Hi, I'm Brandon Walters, and I'm here with Olivier Blanchard, who is one of the feature speakers of the upcoming Social Story Conference, going to be held here at the Warehouse Theater in Greenville, South Carolina on September 24th. Olivier, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do.
I'm that guy.
Oh, you're that guy?
I'm that guy, yeah. No, so what I do is I'm a brand manager by trade, so I'm in the marketing profession. In the last, I guess, year and a half, I've been focusing a little bit more on social media integration. So basically, a lot of people are talking about social media and Twitter and Facebook, et cetera. And what I do is I help companies actually develop programs or even think about how to develop programs, create the structure for those programs, hire people, train them, manage them, and then measure them. So it's kind of like the operational and strategic side of social media for business.
So with this upcoming conference, what exactly are you going to be talking about? What are you going to be sharing in your expertise?
I have no idea yet, honestly. I know that the conference is about stories. So there's so many stories that we can tell. We just haven't really figured out. I don't know.
Well, that's a good question. Now, what is the difference between social media and social story?
Oh, wow. Well, there's social media, there's social communications, there's social story. I think, at the core, social media really is it's a set of pipes. It's tools, it's platforms, it's technologies that enable us to communicate with each other. So, in a way, the campfire 10,000 years ago was social media at the time. The printing press was social media in a way. The water cooler at work is social media. So all this is basically just it's digitalized the process. It's using the internet to connect people the way they've been connected forever. So the stories really don't change that much unless the stories are about social media specifically. But the stories are really about connections and experiences that people share and that create value, due to the interactions or the lessons that we learn or whatever.
So we have our stories, and businesses have their stories, and the social media is just a way to share them. It's a technique or a vehicle how to share them. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think for me and for a lot of my clients, what happens is the companies want to tell their story, and a lot of times there's really not much of a story to tell. We're here, we do this. Here's our price. So in the past, marketing has been about kind of manufacturing stories, not in a bad way, but just to try to clarify things and finding metaphors and allegories to try to convey value or whatever. But at the same time, what was happening is a lot of their customers and their users had stories of their own, and they were telling each other those stories, but the two were kind of disconnected. So from the business sense, what really this does when companies understand how it works is instead of just using the pipes to kind of shove their stories down the throats of people, they listen to the other stories as well and just kind of blend that experience. So now they're all participating in each other's experience as opposed to kind of just listening to what's going on down here and just adapting to it and pushing a message down.
They're trying to find the parts of their stories that might mesh with the consumer stories, because as a Facebook user, you get people who are trying to just pound their story at you, or not even a story, but just a business, hey, call me, I do insurance, and every day it's the same thing. So you're saying this is more about let's develop a story, and so you can actually connect so that people don't just turn you off.
Well, in some cases, you don't even have to develop a story because the stories are there. So what you can do is basically just stop the messaging in a way, right? Just stay on brand. Understand what your values are. Make sure that nobody's saying anything that's not incorrect about you, but kind of listen for those stories, for those experiences, and when they come, kind of embrace them and share them with everybody else. Help your customers and your employees and whomever is part of your world kind of have vehicles and mechanisms through which they can share their stories and just kind of propagate them.
Well, tell me this: who is the audience for this conference?
I have no idea. I don't know.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Why would you know the audience?
I don't know. Why am I here? I just got the call this morning. No, I think the audience is going to be pretty varied. On the one hand, you can have just anybody who's interested in understanding how social media fits in their world, whether it's for professional reasons, for personal reasons, whatever. And for a lot of us, it's part of our careers. It's what we do in the marketing or communications world. For others, it's just kind of a way to make new friends and connect with people around the world and learn new things and broaden their horizons. So I don't know. I'm hoping that the conference will attract kind of a pretty big mix of people from all walks of life and from every social strata I don't know. I guess we'll see.
But this is just the beginning, though. Greenville this is going to be a bigger thing than just one city, right? And this is a launching point?
Yeah.
Hopefully?
Yeah. Well, I think so. If it's successful here, it can be successful anywhere. But the concept really is about bringing people together and telling stories that hopefully will be interesting. So, yeah, if you do that in Greenville, you can do it in Chicago, you can do it in Hong Kong, you can do it anywhere, yeah.
Okay. Well, we look forward to hearing you and to figuring out what you're going to talk about.
Yeah,
that's going to be nice. So we look forward to seeing you at the conference. So hopefully everybody come out and see Olivier and several other great speakers.